right, guys, we got a new video. Let's check this one out.
Oh, nah. Are you kidding me? No. You're gonna have to shoot me to fade. You're gonna have to shoot me my fade. Run me my fade. All you black males that was in the comment section when I made that video, like I said, I made a video on her before, and y'all was telling me she's one of the good ones. Run me my fade. Yeah, you better let me win. Y'all was out here putting a cape on for Big Backy and Dana. Fridge McDougal. Y'all was really out here putting the cape on for Fridge McDougal. Run me my fade, man. I want my fade. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Poor.
Man, because when we talk about being, so I want to talk about your comment. Because when we talk about being in your early 20s, and you know, people love to say that I get on here and try to act like I'm perfect and I pass judgment and I do XYZ. When I was in my early 20s, I was absolutely awful. Terrible. I done said this before. I wouldn't even be friends with that girl. Right? She was all over the place.
For you, that's where I go. For you,
You told me I'm cool. Like, I'm cool.
you cool, man. You cool people, man. I don't persuade women to. Man, you know what? I have met so many women that be on that abstinent journey and all that. It be sounding good. So I'm not here to try. One thing I don't do is try to persuade women to go away from their belief. I don't do that. Like, I think bad. So you just gonna keep being on my live and shit, playing with me and just be on the fence.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. I'm curious though. You just play on the fence. Like, you play on the fence. Like, you just like, I see you.
What fence am I playing on?
No. Don't backtrack now. You made one post. You went in the second post. You said, "Hey, look, handsome privilege." You basically said like, "Hey, I like to see attractive men, and I see him. I dip in there. I poke at him a little bit, and I go about my business." You gonna keep poking, then you gonna get poked back.
And then sit on live with Bernard while he basically telling you, like, you know, you keep poking at me, don't poke me unless you want to get poked. And, you know, you cool, you on your celibacy journey or whatever, but stop poking me. Basically, in layman's term, if you ain't trying to what you want. Basically, I'm really not trying to get to know you. I'm not really trying to date you or nothing like that. But if you want to bump, then, you know, holla at me. What we all was waiting for on that live was, because this Dana Dane, hell no, I don't care if you got no muscles. Don't be talking to me like that. Like, you pretty much making it clear that's all it's about. But, you know, sitting there cheesing just because he got some muscles. I mean, if that would have been that other dude, that bald head dude that work in that warehouse that ain't been promoted in years, you would have tore him a new one. And it was just on live, you know. I don't know where these two people live at.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a proper case of the goalpost being moved. That's all this is. I mean, nothing more, nothing less, guys.
They live in the same city and state or whatever.
Poor.
The truth. If you're gonna be in your emotions and be biased, exit my video now. Multiple things can be true in this case, and it is. First thing being, Sonya Massey did not deserve to lose her life. I'm gonna say that again. She did not deserve to lose her life. It is also true that she did throw a pot of boiling hot water at a police officer. That is true.
And that is a bitch ass lie.
Poor.
Look, it's always a simp. It's always a simp. Look at this. Nah, we know why they really on Dana head, and it has zero to do with Sonya Massey. She slipped made a bad move and they used the attacker because she's been holding their black A's accountable.
Wow.
Listen, dude.
If y'all don't know that Sandra Massey's story, it was about this older black woman who was in her house. She got invaded by cops, basically, got her life taken, got shot in the head, okay, by police, and of no fault of her own. Okay, she didn't throw any boiling hot water at anyone, okay, at all. All right, so I don't even know why this chick was saying what she was saying right there, but yeah, she definitely messed that one up for sure.
You can't start off by saying, nah, we know why they really on Dana head, and then in your next breath say she slipped and made a bad move. No, she made a bad move. She made a bad move. She's spreading information that is wrong. So you can't just go over the bad move she made to justify why you think they're coming after her. You have to look at the bad move and who she's holding accountable. I don't understand who she's holding accountable. If you can't hold yourself accountable, how can you hold anybody else accountable?
Facts.
I'm going to say this again. If you can't hold yourself accountable for making a error in judgment on what it is that you're talking about, how can you hold anybody accountable?
She ain't gonna do it.
And
either.
look what somebody said at the bottom. No, Sonia Massey was someone's family. It has everything to do with Dana Dane pushing a wrong narrative that could possibly justify the reason why this woman lost her life. Now, here's the thing. Whether you look at that situation, you have your own idea of what happened. You have your own idea of what should have happened. You have your own idea on why it happened. That's you. You have every right to have your opinion on the matter. Just don't lie about it. Don't make up stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah, straight up.
That's what this simp don't understand. That's what this simp, S. Carter, who you want? Who are you? Jay-Z? Just because you want to protect her from being wrong, right?
That's what Simptonians do, guys. He's a Simptonian, all right? There's a lot of Simptonians out here putting on their capes for the wrong reasons, and this is a prime example of that. If you don't believe me, go look into that Sonia Massey story and then come back.
Doesn't change the fact that she was wrong. Doesn't change the fact. You can't just come out of nowhere and just make a statement that wasn't true and then expect us to follow. That's called delusional. That's called delusional. We saw the video. That didn't happen. You know, when I first made that video about her a couple of years ago, right? I didn't know much about her. I still don't. I don't know much about her, right? She was talking about how your past don't matter, you know. And the reason why she was saying that, because you saw what she said about her past. She was getting ran through in her past. She was getting ran through in her 20s. You know how we know? We know this. We know, first of all, she's a big back end. She was a big back end. Big back ends. That's why I say, you know, when you look at guys that check for big back ends, they usually poor. They usually don't have anything going on, because with a big back end, they're definitely on the same level. Her body shape, size is the same as somebody who is poor and broke. A guy that's poor and broke and a big back end, they go hand in hand, because her body is poverty and his pockets is poverty.
Damn.
The same value, same level. So any guy dealing with big back ends is because, first of all, they anybody who deals with them tell you that they're easy to smash. Low self-esteem. They don't know when the next time they might get taken on a tizzy tour. Nobody is ever talking to them or trying to holler at them or trying to do anything with them. So the first time or first few times a dude say anything to them, they jumping on it. Because as a big back end, you don't get no play. You usually don't get any play. It's the same as a broke guy. A broke guy with no prospects, he gets no play. That's why I say they on the same level. The difference is the guy, he can actually get his life together. He can get a job. He can get a career, get a trade, get his bread up, and get up out of there. Big back ends, they tend to stay big backs. So she was getting taken on tizzy tours left and right. Probably don't even remember the faces. They probably just blurs. But just like, big back ends, there's the behavior, it doesn't change. The behavior doesn't change. That guy, I don't know who B Nard is. That who this B Nard guy is. I've seen a couple of videos on it. But she's been chasing after this guy. You saw him in a video, right? She's been chasing after this guy, and this guy is just telling her, "Listen, if you're looking at smash, stop trying to talk to me looking for a relationship. Stop talking to me about you being abstinent. Stop talking to me about you being celibate. I'm just trying to smash. So stop poking me." That's what he was basically saying. He was basically saying, stop playing the fence when it comes to me, because it's only one way with me. You think it's one way, but it's the other.
And I guarantee you he got his way. I guarantee you. And a lot of men get their way with these women who supposedly leave these fake aspirations behind and claim that they aren't giving it up anymore, but they got 1, 2, 3 kids. And now all of a sudden, they don't want to do it unless they're married. That's just them trying to simp fish. They're going simping, and they're looking for simps. They're fishing for simps, and they're trying to get somebody to come in and take care of these kids that aren't theirs.
She's looking for a relationship with this guy. This guy's just looking to smash. This is what you get. You're old. And you're a big back end, which means that all it takes is for her to eat a couple of pound cakes, twice in a week. All it takes is a couple of stops at Mickey D's, and she's right back there because she done created those cells in her body. It's easy for her to blow up again. It's easy. That's why you don't deal with big backs, because they go right back to it. It only takes a couple of years, sometimes even just a few months, but all it takes is a couple of years, because they'll get right back into those habits and they blow right back up. And they created those cells for them to blow back up like that. So all it takes is a couple of sodas, a couple of cheeseburgers, saturated fats.
Boy, stop. You're killing me.
And she's back there again. Not to mention the damage she already did to her body. That's another thing that people don't talk about, is when you're that big, you did a lot of extensive damage to your body. You did a lot of extensive damage to your body that they don't talk about. It's just like when an alcoholic, stopped drinking, when somebody who's addicted to drugs, pills, when they stop doing drugs, they did so much damage to their body. That sugar and salt did so much damage to your body when you're that big, to the point where you will have those effects later. You don't know when, but they will pop up. That's how it works.
He said that's sugar and that's salt.
That's how it works. And it damages your frame, the frame of your body, your skin. It damages all that. But she's still checking for dudes that ain't checking for her. That ain't changed, right? And they just looking to take on a tizzy tour. She's still out here lying. She's a liar. And on top of that, she is the same Keisha that she talks about. And y'all fell for this?
I don't know who she is.
Y'all fell for this? She talk and the way she talks like she's straight out of the South, 1812. She's talk. Y'all fell for this? And do you know why she have the angle? It's the same angle. When you look at the video she do, it's the same angle. It's the same angle. You know why that angle is like that?
Why?
You know why that angle is like that? Because when she's doing those videos, she's not in those body shapers.
What's?
She's not in those body shapers.
What is that? Is that like a skin closing?
You see, when you get that big, right? When you see a lot of them lose weight, there's a lot of loose skin, right? A lot of loose skin. So what they do is they lost the weight, but they have these body shapers that they wear to make it seem like, so the loose skin doesn't show, and also to make it seem like their shape is, to make it give them an appearance of a shape that they really don't have. That's why they call body shapers. They shape your body to the shape that they want people to, it's an illusion. It's really an illusion, really. Because once they take it out, y'all seen it. Salute to the brothers in the Patreon. Y'all seen it. They tuck in their stomachs. They're tucking 30 pounds of skin away.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. This dude is wild.
Arms look like flying chipmunks.
This dude crazy, man.
But y'all should be ashamed of yourself, man. No, I'm serious, man. I want my fade with y'all. Y'all really was out here caping for this. I want my fade, and you better let me win.
Poor.
I guess that's it. All right, then. I don't know what this guy was talking about other than this chick was contradicting herself, I guess, in the past. And now you have what we have here. So that being said, guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe button. I drop content every single day on this channel. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.